it's Marshmallow and welcome back to my channel. Before we get started today, I had a little accident and now my arms are all scabby and gross and they sting and I'm in pain, and if you see these throughout the video, I'm sorry. I just talk with my hands a lot and it might just show up. So yeah, just a forewarning if you guys don't like looking at this, or if you guys are wondering if I know of this, I am quite well aware that I have these on my elbows. Today I'm going to be talking about a common issue that comes up among high schoolers and college students alike. So if you're one of those, you've come to the right place today, because today I'm going to be talking about choosing your major and dealing with indecision on your major, because I myself have found myself not quite happy with my major before, and I think that many students these days feel the same way. First of all, let's start with my experience. Ever since 7th grade, I was determined to be a cinematography major. I know that's super early to decide a career track and a major in the 7th grade, but I fell in love with the art of cinematography in the 7th grade. I had this old Sony vloggy type camera thing. It was like a flip camera. I filmed the stupidest, most ridiculous videos with my best friends. It was so much fun to do, and it was so much fun editing them, and just watching them and seeing the smiles on everyone's faces was just one of the best feelings in the world. So all throughout my high school life too, I pursued the electives that would lead me to a major in cinematography in college. And I actually ended up applying to 5 out of the 6 colleges I applied to were film schools. So I was pretty set on being a cinematography major before even coming to college. So for those of you who don't know, May 1st is decision day. And decision day is the day that all American students need to come to a decision and commit to a college that they're going to go to for the next 4 years of their life. By May 1st, you need to confirm with the university that you're going to attend that university in the next school term. And then you need to let the other universities know that you are not going to attend. And obviously, you only do this to the colleges you were accepted into, because you can't tell a college you're not attending when you've already been rejected, you know what I mean? So decision day comes around. I only got accepted into one college, so I already knew where I was going. But when decision day came around, I had to think about my major, because obviously as a freshman in college, you don't lock in your major. You have till the end of your sophomore year to lock in a major of choice and commit to it. But it was coming towards the end of senior year, and after all these college rejections from all these film schools I applied to, I was starting to really doubt myself in film. Not only that, I just kind of lost a passion for film. Not in the way that I don't like filming videos anymore. It was I don't want to do it for a living. It was I didn't want to do it for a living in a Hollywood-ish setting. I would rather do it on the side as a hobby. I don't want to spend the next 4 years of my life trying to be the best cinematographer. Also, I was rediscovering my passion for detective work, police work, and overall just criminal justice. I was questioning my major I put into the university I'm attending. I was scared. I was just really scared that I was thinking about changing my major, because I already had a plan set out. I already got accepted into the film school at the university I was attending, and I already said I was going to attend the film school, and I was just getting really worried that I suddenly didn't want to do a film major anymore. And that freaked me out, because I had a plan already, and I committed, and I told everyone that that was what I was going to do. And I think the common problem that is among teenagers these days is they feel like the first major they choose, or the major they apply under, they have to commit to. They feel like that is the major that you guys have to stick with for the next 4 years of your studies. And if for some reason among those 4 years, if you fall out of that desire, that it's too bad. You're getting an education and you have to stick with it. I feel like that isn't right. That shouldn't be what is instilled in our minds. I mean, yeah, you have to be committed to something after your first 2 years of university. I just don't think it's right that there is so much pressure on us these days to commit to a major right out of high school. In high school, we don't get many opportunities to explore what we like, because in college, that's where all the different opportunities are and all the different subjects are for you to try. And that, I feel, is the whole point of your freshman and sophomore year of college, is while you're doing your general education requirements, you should also be exploring other areas. Challenge yourself in fields you don't think you would like, but then you end up liking them. I feel like these days, it's just, there's so much pressure that you have to commit to something going into university, and I don't think that should be the case. Because I was so scared to change my major. And actually, side note, I went and visited my old high school over my winter break, and I sat in on a class, and the instructor of that class asked me to answer some questions for his class. And while I was sitting there, one of the students asked, what is the process like for changing your major and if it's complicated? Because we're all so afraid to change our majors. We're all so afraid to go in indecisive. In reality, it's not that hard to change your major, but people make it out to seem like it is. And that's what's scary. In the first 2 years, it's not hard to change your major. But yeah, obviously, in your last 2 years of university, you don't want to change your major. But your first two, when you're still discovering what you enjoy, yeah, it's easy to change your major, and yeah, that should be a common accepted thing, is to change your major. I cannot tell you the amount of times I had to retell people that I'm no longer majoring in film, and the amount of people who asked me how the film business was going and what I'm into in film, and I'm trying to remind everyone that I'm not a film major anymore, and that now I'm a sociology major. I think another important thing that needs to be addressed with the whole indecisive major thing is when you pick your major, you don't have to have a set idea of what your career is going to be. Don't worry about your career. Don't worry about the financial things you're gonna get out of your degree. I feel like that there are so many people these days who get a particular degree just to get the big paycheck, not because they actually enjoy what they majored in or what they're doing for a living, which I think just loses the whole purpose of life. I feel like in order for us to be happy, you need to be happy in your line of work. And with that, you need to enjoy your major in college. And yeah, I know I said before, don't necessarily know where you're gonna go with your degree, but obviously don't go into a degree that you know you can't get a job in. Have some idea. But right now I'm getting a sociology degree, and I'm planning on getting a criminology master's degree. I don't know where exactly I'm gonna end up with that, and I want to be in some other criminal justice field, but I don't know what position I'll fill. I don't know exactly where I'm gonna fit in. I just know that I want to do that kind of thing. Kind of like with film. When I had a film major at the time, I didn't know if I wanted to be a producer. I didn't know if I wanted to be an editor. I didn't know if I wanted to be a director. I just knew that I enjoyed film and I wanted to study film. Obviously, you pick your major for what you want your career to be, but you don't have to know exactly where you're gonna go in your career. And I feel like so many people think that they do. It's good if you do, but you don't have to. So, in the end, just honestly, when you go into college, or if you're in college right now, don't feel like in your first 2 years you have to have a set plan. Because if you're like me, you feel like you do. And when people ask you, what is your major, and if you don't have a set idea on that, that's okay. I feel like there's such a stigma held over people who don't have an idea right going into college. But that's okay. It's so fine. It's so okay to be confused, to be unsure. Your first couple of years of university are meant for discovery. And I was blessed with electives in my high school to figure out what I wanted to do. So many of my friends are in community college right now, and so many of my friends don't know what they're gonna major in. So if you're out there and you're watching my video right now and you don't know what you wanna major in, that is okay. That is so okay. And I hope you know that. And I want you to know that. College is all about discovery. It's all about figuring out what you enjoy and what you want to do with your life. And honestly, I'm really glad I changed my major. If I had stuck to cinematography, I would not be happy. I would not be where I am today either. I probably wouldn't even be on YouTube because I'd be so busy filming other videos. So changing your major is fine. Being undecided is fine. Just know that. And it doesn't matter what other people think. Do what you want to do. And don't go into a major just for the career, just to get the money. Yeah, do what you're passionate in, and if what you're passionate in happens to get you a big paycheck, then yeah, good for you, that's awesome. But don't feel pressured to have to be a doctor because a doctor gets a lot of money. And don't be pressured to do what you're good at because you're good at it. Because I'm good at math and science, but I don't want a career in math or science. Just know that what you're good at isn't necessarily what you're passionate in. And it's okay not to be good at what you're passionate in, because that's what you do in college, is you learn and you get better. And I cannot encourage you guys enough to just take the time in college to figure out what you really enjoy. Because honestly, if I had stuck to cinematography, I would not be the same person I am today. And I'm really glad I changed my major. So, if you're thinking about changing your major, or if you're unsure of what to do, you're not alone. You really are not alone, and it's not a bad thing either. Anyways, you guys, I'm going to end this discussion right here. If you'd like to continue this discussion, leave a comment down below so I know to hit this topic again in the future, or I can just talk to you over comments. You never know. Anyways, you guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. If you liked it, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.